London calling. Once again, an NFL game overseas early Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to give you a free play between Broncos Jets with analysis for Sunday morning right here, right now. Hi, this is Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com, right back here on Wager Talk TV. And look, we don't export our finest products to England. We keep them here in America and U.S. Get that flag out. I need to start getting an English flag. I'm doing so many of these videos, but we're giving them a couple big-name teams at least. They got that going for them, Broncos, Jets. And yes, the Broncos just beat the defending Super Bowl champs. They're off to a 3-2 start, back-to-back wins. But this looks like a tough spot for Denver. The Monday night home win against the Bengals to get back to 500. Then they traveled to beat the Super Bowl champs this past Sunday. Stayed on the East Coast, flew over. I would have loved it even more if they had to go back home, which would have made no sense. But the same trip for the Jets, they were at home, flying out of New York, which is where you basically always fly out to go over to London. So I think the travel is kind of equal, a little bit worse for the Broncos since they're on the road back-to-back weeks. And yes, the Jets are struggling 0-5 straight up. But if you start playing ugly teams in October, winless teams in October, since I started decades ago, have been a profitable play. Been doing this for over 29 years, started in August of 96. And you always have to hold your nose when you play these ugly dogs. But I think there's a few reasons why we can maybe take a look at the Jets this week on Sunday morning in England. First of all, you do get a little bit of a randomness factor to these England games because both teams are in uncharted territory, no pun intended. But it's also a better scheduling spot, as I just laid out, for the Jets. So we're fading the Broncos a little bit here based on the upset win against the Eagles. Also like the fact the Jets have not forced a turnover yet this season. Look, when you're 0-5, a lot of things are going wrong. No question about it. You're usually not that good, and the Jets aren't that good. But they have not forced a turnover in 5 games. That is not going to continue to happen. Turnovers are pretty random in the NFL. Fumbles are over 90% random. I've done research on that. Interceptions, not as so much. I mean, bad pass defenses are going to have less. Bad quarterbacks are going to throw more. I get that. Not sure if Fields is any worse than Bo Nix, though, to be honest with you. And if you look at the QB ratings, I realize some of this have come in garbage times. Justin Fields in his 4 games this season has a quarterback rating of 100 or higher in 3 of those 4 games. Bo Nix, meanwhile, has a quarterback rating of 98 or less in 4 of his 5 games. So Fields has actually had a better QB rating the majority of his games compared to Bo Nix. I don't think Nix is anything special. Now, the Broncos have been a really good team as a favorite. I talked about this when I gave you a free play in Denver a couple weeks ago in that Monday night video. I believe it's now 10-1 straight up, if I'm not mistaken, since last year as a favorite. And that only non-cover, non-win was as a 1-point road favorite against Indianapolis in week 2. Otherwise, it's 10-0 when they're laying a field goal or more. But this line is inflated. There's no question about it. We're now getting more than a touchdown, and a lot of it has to do with the fact the Broncos beat the Eagles last week. I saw a look-ahead line. In fact, we'll pull it up. DraftKings, by the way, does a good job with look-ahead lines, as does the Westgate. DraftKings look-ahead line last week was 6.5. The Superbook, the Westgate in Nevada, 6.5 as well. Now this line is 7.5. 7.5. I even see an 8 out there right now, Bookmaker, which is one of the sharper books. Some of that is teaser liability because look, teasers are, hey, look, the Broncos are going to be a popular teaser play. I'd be careful with that. I would not tease the Broncos down this week to that straight-up win situation. I like the Jets in this game at plus 7.5 or more, and I would be careful with the Broncos in survivor contests. I'd be careful with them in teasers as well, just due to the fact I think this is a flat spot. I think the Jets are maybe a little underrated now. We're getting line value. The majority of this play for me is getting more than 7, that key number. There's about a 5% chance, by the way, the Broncos win by exactly 7 points. So at 7.5 or more, we are getting about 5% more line value than just a week ago when the line was going to be 6.5. But when I like an underdog in the NFL, I always feel they have a chance to win outright. Last week, best bets for my clients last Sunday, Patriots over the Bills, Titans over the Cardinals. They both won straight up. So whenever I'm leaning towards a dog, be careful with survivor picks, teaser picks, etc. I do lean towards the Jets plus 7.5 or more on Sunday morning in London at 9:30. And by the way, one other thing I'll point out, the Jets are not an explosive offensive team. We get that. That's why they're 0-5. They have scored 22 points or less in 3 of their last 4 games. The Broncos, though, are not an explosive team either. In fact, they have scored 21 or less in 3 of their 5 games this season. So when you have a team that keeps the game close and doesn't blow teams out, that gives the underdog a better chance as well to stay within more than a touchdown. Another reason why I like the Jets on Sunday morning. Hey, let me know your thoughts on this game. Side, total, player props. How are you attacking this Sunday morning London game? Drop them in the comments below. I do truly read the comments and I reply back. Include some analysis if you have time. Let's learn and earn and win together here on Wager Talk TV. And also feel free to drop other NFL plays you like for this Sunday. This is the early morning game, so a Lots of opportunity to cash in on Sunday afternoon and evening as well. Also, thumbs up like goes a long way to keeping these videos free and plentiful. The more thumbs up likes the videos get, the more videos I do. It's that simple. People are watching them. If I'm getting positive comments, if I'm getting thumbs up likes, I'm going to do more free play videos for you. It's worth my time. I try to give you all the Thursday night games, Sunday night, Monday night games, all the spotlight games in college football. Also, my top 25 college video, my NFL Fade the Public video. Of course, those are ready every weekend as well. When you click subscribe, click that bell for an instant alert, and you'll never miss out when a free play video is posted here on Wager Talk TV. By the way, if you like my personal best bets, check out my page, stevemerrillwagertalk.com. We entered this week on a 75% winning run. Baseball playoffs are here. Basketball starts in a couple weeks. Football, though, in full throttle. And I want to focus on a very special football offer this week. Normally, 30 days of NFL is $179. 30 days of college is $179. But as you see on your screen, you can get a 30-day combo right now for just $179. Here's how it works. You go to my page, Steve Merrill, wagertalk.com. On the right-hand side, you'll see all the different subscriptions you can choose from. Football drop-down, you'll see a combo package for $249. Nope. When you use promo code FB30, you get it for just $179. So choose the 30-day college and pro football combo, and at checkout, use promo code FB30 like you see on your screen, and you'll get both college and pro football for $179. That's like buying one, getting the other one for free. You don't have to decide if you want college or pro. You're getting them both for $179 with promo code FB30 this weekend. Steve Merrill, wagertalk.com. And while you're there, check out the bonus free plays. I post free plays each and every day throughout the week. Bonus free plays. The last cuts from my best bet card quite often go up as bonus free plays on my page, Steve Merrill, wagertalk.com. And you can get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM. On the way out, don't forget to follow me on social media on X and Instagram at Steve Merrill, 2 R's, 1 L, Merril. You'll see it on your screen at Steve Merrill on X and Instagram. And stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV because you know there's more free play videos, including later this week, the Sunday and Monday night free play videos coming up next.